quiet during the red ribbon. Oh, okay.
Are we sharing her? Are we sharing him?
For those of you who are visiting, the way that Rotary works, is that you first are inducted. First you get inducted, and then there's certain things that we ask you to do. Not because we want slave labor, which we do, but it's also to get you acquainted with the club. You get to do a project, you get to come to a board meeting, you get to do the bar, you're a greeter. Jacob was a greeter tonight. It's a way to help you get acquainted and feel a part of the club.
I take care of that.
Okay, settle down. Okay. You guys are raising people. Which is exactly what we want in our club.
Mike is aggressive.
Okay. And as Rotarians, we're really committed to service above self. So wherever we go, we do that. And in our families, our community, the country, the world, wherever we go. And so I know that you're committed. There's to ask you the question, but I know, Gina, because I know you, and you are committed to service above self. You just like personify it, both with taking care of your kids and everything that you've done here in the club. And it's all done with a smile. Gina does it with a smile, for those of you who don't know her, get to know her a little more. I also want to thank Mike for bringing her into the club. Thank you so much. And Jeannie, thanks a whole lot for being her mentor, kind of showing her the ropes, telling her what to do. And right now what I'd like you to do is to pull the ribbon off of her as kind of a symbol of your commitment, okay? Here it goes, comes right off.
I don't think Mike will be able to do that.
Mike might want to.
Stand back. Stand back.
That's all you pull.
You got it.
Okay, when the red ribbon comes off, then everybody cheers.
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations and really welcome to a full membership. So great to have you, Gina. We're going to put the red ribbons on our Rotary. Uh-oh, did you lose the sticky stuff?
Yeah.
I'll take
care.
Okay, Diana's going to take care of it. Okay. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I'm so excited. Tonight we're going to have the honorary mayor contestants from the Fair Oaks Park and Chamber. Oh, sorry, it's a chamber thing. See, that's what I don't know, and that's why I wanted to have these people come and speak tonight to find out and learn more about this program. So tonight we do have 3 candidates that are going to be speaking to us. But before we get to the introductions, Ralph gave me some nice information I thought I would share with you. This is the 39th Fair Oaks Honorary Mayor's Race. It began in 1979, and the total raise to date has been $370,000. And that money has been split 50-50 between the charities of the candidate's choice and the chamber. We have had 9 Fair Oaks Rotarians that have been honorary mayors, and we've had a few that have ran and didn't win, I guess. But to name our honorary mayors: Mike Maddox, Justin Monroe, Bob Scott, Warren McWilliams, Dick Hill, Kathy Smallhouse, I saw Kathy, Bill McPhail, Dick Underdown, and Bill Withrow. And some of them 2 and 3 times. Pretty amazing. So anyway, I'm going to introduce these gentlemen, and then they'll come up to chat with you and give information, and I have a lot of questions, so we'll have questions at the end. So first I'm going to introduce Cliff Leiker, and Cliff Leiker is a seasoned tax accountant, specializing in tax and financial management, and analytics expert, as well as a QuickBooks professional. He has gained this experience over a 30-year career in banking, the federal government, and running a small CPA office. There's quite a bit of information here. You get the gist. He's a whiz in the finances. He also publishes a periodic economic newsletter discussing macroeconomic factors that affect interest rates and growth. Wow. And he'll be talking to you about his charity, which is Never a Victim. And then our next candidate after Cliff will be Cottrell Woods. And Cottrell is the Managing Director of Urban Orchards, serves as a board member for Habitat for Humanity's Young Professionals, holds annual gift drives for the Sacramento Children's Home, and conducts annual Thanksgiving and Christmas food drives and fundraisers for the homeless in the greater Sacramento area. In addition to Cottrell's active involvement in the community, he holds a bachelor's degree in politics and international relations from the London School of Economics, an MBA, and diplomas in economics and Chinese consumer behavior from the University of Oxford and Peking University, respectively. Fascinating stuff. And then we have Lou McNerney. Did I say that right, Lou? Lou is a 20-year resident of Fair Oaks. Cottrell's charity is Habitat for Humanity. And Lou is a 20-year resident of Fair Oaks, transplanted from the East Coast. He went to college in Phoenix and has a degree in computer science. He's worked for 28 years with Intel, is the father of 5 daughters, and he's still here to tell the tales. And he has traveled the world and currently owns his own franchise consulting service, and his charity is Northridge Elementary School, which we do a lot of work for as well. So let's please welcome these guys and give them an opportunity to chat and tell us about important things.
Well, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for inviting us. I want to tell you something here real quick. During this race, I've been able to meet with 2 fine gentlemen, Lou and Trell, and I want you to know they're fine people. I really enjoyed getting to know them better. I am a CPA, licensed CPA, and I do provide tax services and accounting, bookkeeping, financial management, and that type of thing. But today I want to talk more about the charity that I support. I support a charity called Never Victim. And Never Victims was founded in 1998 by a woman, a remarkable woman, who is today a Grand Master in Chinese Temple Karate. She is one of the highest ranking female martial artists in the world. And my guess is there's about 100 of them, about 100 Grand Masters that are female in the world. She's one of them, right here in Fair Oaks. And Never Victim is about empowering women and children through education, self-defense, and emotional healing. The statistics say that 1 out of 3 women in your lifetime, you're going to be violently attacked. It's going to happen. And so what we try to do, a lot of our stuff is preventative in nature. We try to help prevent that from happening to you. So we teach you techniques and we educate you on ways to avoid situations that could be dangerous. I'll talk more about it here in a minute. And so we teach you self-defense technique, the simplistic system, about 15 techniques over there. As Miss Reed likes to say, we'll give direction, stop, vacuum, things of that nature, but very simple movements that we do every day, but you can use it as a self-defense. Linda likes to say that, you know, God's incredible. He designed our bodies to defend ourselves. You've got this arm, it's mobile. You can move around, you can block, you can punch, you can strike. And so she teaches how to do that. Now, we also educate people about the 5 A's. Awareness, alertness, attitude, avoidance, and action. Okay? Awareness is just being aware that there's bad people out there and they do bad things. And in the city of Sacramento, about 10,000 violent crimes are reported every year. Forcible rape, murder, aggravated assault, armed robbery. About 10,000 of these are reported every year. City of Sacramento, greater Sacramento, all of them, sorry. And so it's gonna happen. And so if you want to live in a world where you pretend like it doesn't exist, I think you're making a mistake. And so we try to educate people about that. We talked about alertness, being focused and paying attention to your surroundings when you go out. You go out in public and around, you want to know what's going in front of you, what's going on around you, behind you, etc. Talked about attitude. And attitude is really half the battle. Because how you present yourself in any given situation is going to have a bearing on whether you are considered a potential victim or not. Okay? If you act like a victim, chances you're going to be a victim. Okay? If you act confident, look people in the eye, this is probably a good program. Be in the Rotary, to know people, develop some confidence, look them in the eye. And that's not what they're looking for. They're not looking for someone who's confident, because a confident person's going to fight back. And so, also you need to pay attention to what you're doing, because they're also looking for someone who's not paying attention to where they're going or what they're doing. So that's usually a target by a perpetrator. Yeah. We also teach about situations to avoid. Like we went to a high school one time. The different groups that we teach, we meet with doctors and nurses, we meet with high schoolers, we meet with Girl Scouts, we meet with housewives, everyday people, just, educating them and teaching them how to defend themselves. We talk about avoidance, we talk about scenarios. For example, we went to a high school, we're teaching 150 freshman girls from the high school. And we said, let's say that you're out walking on the sidewalk, and a car pulls up beside you, the guy inside points a gun at you and says, get in the car. How many of you would get in the car? So raise your hand. Anybody here? Well, you guys did better. You did better here on this test than those girls in high school. About 90% of them raised their hand. So these are things that people just haven't talked to their children about. And so we try to teach them things like that to help them, prevent becoming a victim. But basically, we teach them that your best chance of survival is at the very beginning. So when you're attacked or someone holds a gun to you, they're not shooting you because they want you to do something. Okay? So you have to realize that. So it's really hard to hit a moving target. Okay? So if someone's pointing a gun at you, don't just stand there and make it easy for them. Start moving around. Okay? They have a 15% chance of hitting you. And then say they do shoot you, and they do hit you, there's only a 15% chance it will be fatal. So about 3% chance it will be fatal. Okay? So your best chances of survival is to move around. And so we teach them things like that. We teach them that. Sorry about that. There's about 3% chance. So in other words, move around. Someone's pointing a gun at you, move around. It's hard for them to hit you. We talk about things of that nature. We talk about different scenarios, like we said. Let's say that you're going home at night, and you can cut through a dark alley and be home in time by curfew. Or you can walk in the lighted street and be late and get in trouble by mom and dad. What are you going to do? Well, guess what? The majority of those girls are going to take that dark alley because they don't want to be late and get in trouble with mom and dad by being late for curfew. So anyway, we talk about scenarios like that, things to avoid, how to avoid becoming a victim. And last but not least, we teach them this very effective, simplistic self-defense called the Never a Victim Self-Defense System. A system that was created by none other than Grandmaster Linda Reed. Miss Reed, would you please stand up for everybody to see you? This little woman is dangerous. She doesn't look dangerous. When I first met her about 8 to 9 years ago, I'm playful. I came up from behind her, grabbed her from behind, grabbed her arms, pinned her arms. I tried to pin her legs from behind, and before I could do that, she got her leg loose, and she kicked me right here under my knee. Now, if you put your finger on the corner of your knee, underneath the kneecap, there's a pressure point right there. And that's where she hit me. And it was just like that. I mean, it was just an instantaneous reaction. And if she would have followed through and extended her foot, she would have broke my leg right there. So I learned real quick, this woman knew what she was doing. And she definitely was a master. So, anyway, that's the campaign, or that's the public charity that I'm supporting. It's a wonderful cause. We've probably, over those 20 years, have reached, almost 20 years, reached close to 1,000 people, women and children, in these workshops that we do. We're looking for additional funding to reach out, get the word out, to reach at-risk people, women and children that don't know about us. And we're also looking to develop a central location where we can be more active in doing counseling and therapy work, that type of thing. So, upcoming, I have a fundraiser coming up here in a couple of weeks. It's a computer repair type of fundraiser. In other words, there's a guy that has a business where he's going to give us a percentage of the proceeds. For a whole week, we have a chance to go to his shop and have them, or come to us, have them upgrade our computers, our software, etc. Back to school or for a business checkup. Make sure you're up to date in everything, your software and your hardware that's at a high performance. So please support me in that. Again, half the proceeds will go to the never evicted, the other half goes to the chamber. And really look forward to that, and as well as this Thursday and next Thursday, I'll be in a concession booth selling concessions. So please stop by. Stop by and say hello. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I have a question. If we want to make a direct donation to you, how do we do that?
Here. The easiest thing to do, each of the candidates has a page on Facebook at the Fair Oaks Chamber website. So we each have a page, and there's a donation button there. Another way to do it is to send a check to the chamber and just put in the memo section, never a victim, look like her, etc. in the memo section. But make it out to the chamber, and Kim will take care of it.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you. And our next candidate is Cottrell Wood.
Are you guys hear me okay? Okay, is that better? Okay. As mentioned, I'm Cottrell. I'm raising money for Habitat for Humanity. I put forward a PowerPoint to provide a visual aid for you guys just in case you have any questions, provide a little more specifics. I know we're short on time, so I'll keep it brief. I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with Habitat. They've built more than 225,000 homes in the United States since 1979, and have helped roughly 1 million individuals be home. This is an organization for low-income families. The ownership provides safe, decent, affordable housing. Typically, the homes cost no more than $45,000. This is a zero-interest loan provided not by banks, but through donations. Oh, thank you. Here you'll notice the history. It was founded in 1976 by Millard and Linda Fuller. The catalyst or the motivation, if you will, essentially they were just tired of seeing a lot of families in need who weren't being provided with sufficient homes. They created the organization, and to this day, they're continuing to continue that cause. As I mentioned, it's not a giveaway. I'm sorry? Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
It's not a giveaway. What's required of those who participate in the organization, by participate I mean homeowners, it's required that they commit a minimum of 500 hours to help build their home. The benefit of that is you feel as though you've committed something to your community, you've given back, and at the same time it's somewhat of a symbiotic relationship between those in the community, the new homeowners, the banks, and etc. And I think that's why it's a great organization. The mission statement is a partnership with God and people everywhere to develop communities with people in need by building and renovating homes. It's not also, well, this part is not entirely accurate. They don't only build new homes, they also renovate old homes as well. So if you know anyone who's in need of home renovation, I provided contact info on all of your tables. You'll notice my contact number there. If you know any veterans who are in need of homes, we can provide those services as well. No promises, but so far we've done okay providing those services. This is how it works, because when I first introduced myself earlier, there were a lot of questions. The homes are built with volunteer labor, donations, and money, of course. The homeowners invest, again, 500 hours of sweat equity. So to the families at a zero profit margin. By that means no one is charging interest to the banks, etc. It's completely free of charge so long as you meet those qualifications, and I'll go over those qualifications next. As I mentioned earlier, the homes cost approximately $45,000 each. Depending on the neighborhood, if you're in a more expensive area, of course, that price is going to increase, but typically nationwide the average is approximately $45,000. The mortgage ranges from 7 to 30 years. This is probably the part you guys are most interested in, how are families selected. It's based on income qualifications. Obviously there's a cap. If you exceed that cap, you're not necessarily going to qualify. I pushed really hard to get a home built here in Fair Oaks, but your socioeconomic status is a little too high, so that makes it a little difficult, but I'm still trying. There are several local affiliates here in the Greater Sacramento area. There's one in Roseville, Sacramento, the next closest would be Oakland, and then in San Francisco as well. So again, if you know anyone in need in either of those affiliate locations, again, my contact number is on the pamphlet on your table, and hopefully we can provide some assistance to those in need. All homeowners contribute sweat equity, as I mentioned earlier. The reason or the benefit of this is, again, it's the pride in ownership. I'm sure many of you are probably homeowners. I'm recent to Fair Oaks. I just moved here last year, purchased my first home. I'm 31. I don't think I've ever spent as much time cleaning a yard to make sure it looks as nice. It's just, again, it's that pride of home ownership, and I think that's what's really cool about Habitat for Humanity. Essentially what you're doing is you're creating community ownership, because the homes are spread out throughout the Greater Sacramento area. Those who are interested in participating in this program, assuming they qualify, you're enriching the lives of those in need, you're improving your community, you're getting people off the streets who need homes, and I don't really know of any organization, I'm biased of course, that is as awesome as Habitat. Again, no interest financing. Comes from mortgage payments, local contributions, and other donors. We had our year-end fundraiser. We raised $150,000 in one night last May, so that was pretty cool. Of course, this is a fundraiser for my campaign, but of course, you don't need to just donate to me, or once this campaign is over, please continue to donate to Habitat. You can donate money, your labor. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with the Restore at the Greater Sacramento area. You can donate old tools, hardware, lumber, etc., because we can put it all to good use. And of course, you can offer your prayers. That might be the most important component, because you need to give that motivation and help, and get help where you can. I'm not sure if you have any questions. If we can get the lights, I'd appreciate it. How much time do I have left? A couple minutes. Okay, if you guys have any questions, now is the time.
Quick question. You mentioned mortgages. Do the recipients pay a small mortgage on that, or what?
There is a mortgage. Again, it's 7 to 30 years, but it's based on income. There's no interest rate. So for instance, let's say the home is $100,000. They'll pay that based on what they can afford over 7 to 30 years. That's why it's such a wide range. 7 years, assuming you can pay it sooner, up to 30 years for the standard mortgage. Yes?
In our area, on an annual basis, how many homes would you say are built by Habitat, and then how many homeowners do you help with renovation?
That's tough. I don't know the local numbers. I'm more familiar nationally. As I mentioned, we put roughly 1 million individuals in homes. Locally, in the last year, I think we just did a new community, an entire complex near West Sac. So I'm going to say within the last 2 years, maybe 20, 25 homes. Of course, all donated, so. Yeah. Anything else? Sure.
How about building materials, if you want to get building materials?
Yeah, it's the Restore. I don't think I provided the address, but it's on 9th Street in Sacramento. If you guys want, you can give me a call. That's my cell number on the front of the page. Feel free to call, send a text if you have any questions, or if you know someone in need. Doors, windows, nails, hammers, screwdrivers, etc. Furniture. Yes.
Just for everybody's information, there was one of our Rotary clubs, I think it was Point West, but I'm not positive. We actually worked with Habitat for Humanity 2 years ago and built a house.
Yep. It's a cool process. Make sure you wear clothes you don't mind ruining. Anything else? Sure.
When's your next fundraiser?
Oh, thank you. See, I totally So engrossed in Habitat. The next fundraiser is a bowling night on August 16th. Yes, at Steve Cook's Fireside Lanes. It's $10 if you purchase tickets in advance, $15 if you purchase tickets at the door. 2 hours of bowling, shoes, and of course you're supporting a great cause. Yes.
I've been in this club a long time, but quite a number of years ago, this club built a house in the day.
That's pretty impressive.
We really did.
How large?
Oh, I don't recall how big it was, but it was fair size. It was fair size, and yes, we got it. We got it built. We got the inspectors to approve it after a couple of beers. But it really was a great project, and I wish we could do something like that again. But I guess the economic reality of the area has something to do with it.
Yeah. And we're running into that issue now. I mean, as I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, the housing market's kind of hot right now for sellers. So that kind of drives up some of the real estate. But again, some of the benefits I'll go over for Habitat for Humanity. Those who have purchased homes through the organization, most recent survey, 89% of Habitat homeowners have said their family lives have improved, and of that 89%, 86% say they are happier. 78% reported improved health for themselves and their families. 31% reported less frequent visits to the doctor, and another 25% reported fewer days away from school. So that's for children. So you see this compounding effect for those who are taken off the streets and then put into homes. If there are no more questions, I'll pass it on to the next candidate.
Okay, and our last honorary contestant is Lou McInerney. McInerney. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with that.
Everybody wants to add an A or an I. It's Lou McInerney. I know I look Italian, but I'm Irish. And I've been here as a resident for the past 20 years. I moved up here in 1997 with my wife Lori. We quickly became active members in Fair Oaks Presbyterian Church and St. Francis Episcopal Church. Our kids were involved in programs over at Rollingwood. Lori became a chamber member in the Fair Oaks Chamber. And life was good, and we loved where we lived, and we still do. Unfortunately, in 2007, my wife was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and 5 months later she was gone. So my life was turned inside out. But what happened next was why I love Fair Oaks. The community surrounded me with love, with attention, with support. People that we knew were by our side, me and my 2 girls, who were only 6 and 8 at the time. People that we would get to know through services that came to us. We have a family counselor who's been part of our lives. Prior to Lori passing, she came to us and helped us through the crisis and then moved on and continues to talk with myself and my daughters and I, and she's right here in the village. Patty Wetzel, I don't know if any of you are familiar with her, but she's a family counselor. So Fair Oaks did amazing things for me and my girls. My daughters are now 19 and 17, well-adjusted kids. Sedona's up in Seattle Pacific University, studying to be an educator. Sky, my younger one, is a 17-year-old drama queen, and I mean that in the best way, because she performs with Bella Vista High School drama show. She was in 2 plays, The Music Man in Oklahoma. She also performed in 7 productions up in Christian Youth Theater up in Roseville. And now, this weekend and next weekend, she is performing with Lincoln Theater in The Little Mermaid. So very proud of my girls, very proud of the strength they gained through the process, but most appreciative of the community of Fair Oaks and the people and the friends that we've made and the support that we've gotten over the years. And lots of stories I could tell you about, the Rollingwood program and Fair Oaks Presbyterian Church and so on and so forth. So why am I running for mayor? I think I have a real strong reason. I'm running for honorary mayor because I want to say thank you. I want to give back to the community that served me and my daughters so well for the past 10 years. I chose a charity called Northridge Elementary School, which happens to be one of the oldest K-6 programs in Fair Oaks. It was established in 1958, which happens to be the year I was born, so do the math. And Fair Oaks was only established in 1954, so it's one of the first educational institutions, and there's probably some of you out here that either went to Northridge or know somebody or have kids that went through the program. So I think it's a great cause. They have several different programs over there. They have a Maker program, which Shelley has been supporting through her efforts of fundraising over the years. They also have what they call STEAM, Science, Technology, Arts, Engineering, and Math, which is an after-school program for the kids to have enriched education. I think education is the core of any society. The Northridge School happens to be in a lower income community within Fair Oaks. It's a very diverse community, and I think supporting that cause is a worthy cause for all of us here in the community. I also love Fair Oaks. I love the fact that we are centered between a whole bunch of other communities, Carmichael, Orangevale, Citrus Heights, Folsom, and Rancho Cordova. And together, we are a great area in the country, Northern California, east of Sacramento, close to Tahoe, close to Napa, close to San Francisco. It's a great place to live. And so I want Fair Oaks to stay Fair Oaks, and I want Fair Oaks to have all the opportunities that it has, and I want to continue to raise money and keep money locally. So another reason, or another part of my campaign is to shop local. I put out a challenge to folks to shop local, and there'll be 2 baskets at the end of the program for the winners, and the first basket will be awarded to the person that has the most receipts that they turn in to the chamber by September 12th from many different shops in Fair Oaks. And the second basket will be turned in the receipts with the most money spent at Fair Oaks shops. So we can mail you a list of the shops that are on the Fair Oaks Chamber store listing. And so my campaign is about 3 things. One is I'm saying thank you to a community that served my daughters and I so well. 2 is I'm supporting a local educational program, Northridge Elementary School. And 3 is to promote and support local business throughout the community. My last fundraiser, I had several different stores donate the food, the charcoal, everything for my pig roast that was held at Rollingwood Athletic Club. So I got the community involved in that. I have 3 more fundraisers coming up. I'm going to be doing a bunco night at Togo's on Greenback. Valerie has offered her store. She's going to provide food. I'm going to provide wine, and there'll be some fun things that we'll do. If you're a bunco fan, come to that. I don't have a date yet, but I'm going to try to lock it. It was August 24th, but since the concert was moved, we have to find a new date for that. My second fundraiser is going to be the spaghetti feed and bingo night over at Fair Oaks Presbyterian Church, and I'm going to be coupled with the Northridge Elementary School staff and their kids, and they're going to be part of that program. So it's going to be a fun night of bingo and spaghetti. And then the third fundraiser is going to be right here at the Smoky Oaks Tavern on August 26th. They are celebrating their 1-year anniversary, and they agreed to couple with me to bring in a whole bunch of people to have a great day. So from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m., anyone who comes in, drinks and eats, they're going to share 25% of their bar bill with me for that night. So great opportunity again to get a local business involved and for people to come together in the community. I'm also going to be hosting the 3 concerts in the park August 10th, August 17th, and August 24th at the food concessions. So keep your eye on the event calendar on the Fair Oaks Chamber site. As Cliff pointed out, we all have a profile page. You can go to any one of our profile pages. You can click down, scroll down, do a donate online. If you can't make it to any events, we'd all appreciate it. The greatest thing about this campaign is one person gets the title, but all 3 charities benefit. And I love that, and that's part of the reason why I'm running, because it doesn't matter who wins, everybody gets a share. So thank you very much.